Jesus, what happened here? Right. I'm just kind of like, I don't even know where to begin with, because it's just like, I thought I'll put slow mode on so that people won't kind of message a lot, but jeez. Carlos Takayama, thank you for your contribution, but I don't know, I might have to refund you your donation, man, because I don't know anything about acids and bases. So guys, look, I've got like about 6 or 7 questions that following up from yesterday that I need to finish off today. I had a pretty full on day at school, so I'll just try and answer as many things as possible. Now, I know that a lot of you here are probably here for the how do I say it, the first time for some of you guys. So I have done a couple of things here so that you're not sitting here wasting your time right now. So give me about 10 minutes. I just want to give you guys a quick rundown of how the MCAT is done. If you're not interested in that, that is absolutely fine. I've pinned the past tutorials, which I hope it's going to pop up. Yeah. So I've pinned this particular playlist, this link at the top of the chat. It's also in the description. So if you feel like there is something particular you need to work on, then you can actually go to that. Those past tutorials are as valuable as any kind of revision. So anything related with quadratics is in those tutorials there, anything related with exponents. So I would actually say to you, like, look, if you are trying to get achieved and you're like, I just want to get it achieved, there's a couple of these, the 2020 tutorials are pretty good. They kind of cover your basic achieved questions and merit questions enough for you to kind of get that sorted out. I'm gonna try and thank you, Kimchi. I don't even see that. It's just it's going a bit crazy at the moment, but it's quieter now. That's good. So look, as I said to you guys, we'll start doing questions at about 7:50, and I'll just have a quick chat just regarding the marking schedule, right? Because I mean, I had a quick brief look at the comments there, and it seems like there's a bit of a bit of confusion. So remember, guys, like, you guys will get 3 questions altogether, right? So what are we gonna do? We're gonna do so 3 questions. Now you might actually have, like, sometimes they have 5 questions, sometimes they have 6 questions. Now, to get an achieved for the whole paper, all right, for the whole paper, to get an achieved, you basically need to get 3 achieved questions correct. So that's got to be like question 1, question 2, question 3. So it's like getting an achieved question in each of them. Now, for those of you guys that are like stressed out about, oh, am I going to pass this or things like that, I'm going to be honest with you guys, like, all the tutorials that I did in 2020, they focused on like merit questions. So even though they're merit questions, there are parts of it that you can do which you will get achieved for. All right, so keep that in mind. That one of the biggest things I can tell you guys, the advice that I can tell you guys for MCAT is do not leave any questions empty. And just having a look at it, Ansh, how many out of 24 for excellence? It doesn't work like that. MCAT works slightly differently. So let's say, let's put these as achieved merit and excellence, right? Let's say you get 2 excellence questions correct here, then I think that classifies as a 2E, and I think 2E plus 2M. I'm not sure, they might have changed it this year, but really only need like 2 E's in there. 3 E's will guarantee you an excellence. All right, so if you answer 3 excellence questions, then you could actually get excellence straight away for that. For merit, you're looking at 3 merit questions. So that's like, so 3 merit questions means you could get like 1, 2, 3, like that. Or you might actually do something like or you might actually get like a 1 excellence question and like 2 merits. So there's a lot of different combinations that could actually end up with. But like I said to you guys, my best advice that I can give you is answer every question as much as possible. Now there are some questions which allow you to do guess and check answers, so keep that in mind. If you feel like, oh man, I'm really stuck in this, thank you, Carlos, that's interesting, but appreciate it. Carlos, don't worry about it, man. Just yeah, focus on something else. Focus on your acids and bases. So like I said to you guys, answer every question as much as possible. All right. Okay, so yesterday we were looking at Sione's, one of the questions with Sione in it. Like I think it was like I'll see if I can find a picture of that question and I'll try and put it up, but I've got a few questions that I need to do. So there was one with Sione's question, and then there was another one with which I already answered, but let me just find it first. If I can find the question. How are we gonna do this? Okay, give me 1 second, guys. I'm just gonna pull up the question. Again, Sione's question of Ashraf. Hope I can actually grab this question, because then it makes it so much more easier than to like cut and paste things. Where is it? Where is it? Oh man, come on. How do I take a screenshot in this quickly? Is it gonna work? Is it gonna work? Yeah, no, Ashraf, I got that, but surprisingly, no, here we go. Yeah, I know, mate, but I think I pressed Alt instead of you stupid thing. Sorry, guys, give me a second. Just grab this question and then can kind of get going with that. What are you doing, mate? What are you doing? Seriously? Okay, let's go. All right, we got it. We got the first question. Where is it? Okay, so this was the question that someone sent to me over, like, I think this question kept popping up in the stream yesterday. So we will quickly do this question. So yesterday when I was playing around with this question, yesterday when I was playing around with this question, I kind of did it slightly wrong, and then I thought about it and I said, okay, I'm going to come back and try and do this one again. So look, when you guys get a word question like this, a really good idea is to kind of draw a diagram just to kind of visualize what's happening. So the way I did this was like I kind of put a little dot here as home and this part here as supermarket, right? What I know is the distance is 5 kilometers. Now, let's say we don't actually know how long it takes him to do this. So we're going to put this as T. All right. Now, the next thing is he's walking from home. So along this way, it's going to take him a certain amount of time. But on his way back, he decides to cycle. And it's actually 3 times his average speed. Now, that means if he's going by 3 times his speed, that means his time is actually reduced by 1/3. So that's the first kind of clue here. So it's kind of like an inverse thing, right? Because if you're going faster, then the time is going to be a lot less. So that's, and if you're going 3 times fast, then your time is actually decreased by a third of what the original time was. Now, total time is 100 minutes. It takes him 100 minutes to do this. So the total time from going from home to supermarket and then back from supermarket to home is 100 minutes. So then what we've got here is t plus t over 3 equals 100. So that's what this original equation is. Now once we get this equation, everything else is actually a lot more easy after that, because we know that this has a 1 in the denominator and I need to make it into a 3. So I'm going to multiply the denominator by 3 and the numerator by 3. So what I've got is 3t over 3 plus t over 3 equals 100. Now because they both have the same denominator, we can add them up and we're going to get 4t over 3 equals 100. So going from there, we're going to get 4t is equal to 100 times 3. And then we're going to get 4t is equal to 300. And then t is equal to 300 divided by 4. So t, the original t, is 75 minutes. Which means t over 3, that's 75 over 3, which equals to 25 minutes. So you can kind of see that like 25 plus 75 is 100. I'm going to go back to the question. Ashraf, you actually sent me this question a while back. Find Sione's average walking speed. So to figure out his average walking speed, because that's what his question was, average walking speed. So he actually travels. So we can see velocity is distance over time. So the distance he walked was 5 kilometers and the time he took was 75 minutes. So we kind of need to convert that into, well, realistically, we want to put that in like kilometers per hour. So we can kind of say that if he does 5Ks in 75 minutes, he's probably doing 1K in 15 minutes. So 4Ks in 60 minutes. So he is walking at a speed of 4K per hour. Yeah, I think having a look at it, like that is how you kind of answer the Sione question. And I know that yesterday we were stuck on it for a while. How many excellence questions? Jeez, mute. Do not disturb. How many excellence questions? Depends. I mean, like sometimes you have like 4 to 5. Something like I would say at least 5. So sometimes they'll have 6. Is this an E question, Skater? Unfortunately, I'm not sure because I mean I have not seen what the marking schedule looks like. Definitely a merit. Might be borderline excellence actually. I'm not sure. So it could be a borderline excellence. All right. The next question I was going to have a look at. If I can find it, give me a second. Where is it? All right, this one here, this is a really good excellence question. And again, even though it is an excellence question, there are parts of it that you guys can do, which will give you guys an achieved. So this is the question, which will be 3x minus 5 squared is less than or equal to 3x squared plus 1. So we're going to try and do this question here, guys. And I'll come back to the other questions soon. Guys, if you're just joining and if you need to kind of like, if you want to practice a particular exam paper, go to the document that I've actually pinned at the top of the chat. And then you can have a look at the previous videos like this. There's tons of exam questions that's already done there. So just go have a look at it and yeah, good luck with it. So this question here, if it does, I'm not sure, Josh and Deep. I mean, I was under the impression that it was an hour long, but I don't know. They might have changed the rules because I've not been part of it for 3 years. So yeah, quiz, you can expect anywhere between 15 to 16 questions. So it is, right? Carlos, mate, this is, I don't know. Jeez, where are you coming from, Carlos? Thank you again, man. Appreciate it, but he's just dropping. Yeah, much love, Carlos. Thank you so much. But look, we're going to get on with this question here. So we're going to split this up into 3x minus 5 and 3x minus 5. Now, if you guys see a quadratic, just the most important thing is, and I talked about this yesterday in one of the tutorials as well, make sure that you guys can actually simplify the quadratic. All right, don't just expand it and leave it like that, because then you will you'll not get the full grade for it. So in this case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand these two brackets. So I'm going to get 9x squared minus 15x minus 15x plus 25 less than or equal to 3x squared plus 1. So at this point, you're not going to get any grade. But however, if you were to do this, 9x squared minus 30x plus 25, then you will get an achieved just for getting up to this part here. So keep that in mind. Talk about distracting, man. Keep that in mind, that when you actually put that quadratic simplified, you're actually going to get an achieved for it as well. All right, but we're going to keep carrying on because we want to see how far you need to go to get to merit or excellence. Kimchi, appreciate it, but you guys are crazy, man, honestly. So the next part, we're going to rearrange this. So we've got 9x squared minus 30x plus 25. We're going to bring everything to the left hand side. So we've got minus 3x squared minus 1 is less than or equal to 0. So simplifying this, we've got 6x squared minus 30x plus 24 is less than or equal to 0. Now here's the thing, you've got 6 as a common factor, so we can take it out. We're going to get x squared minus 5x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. So next thing is get rid of the 6, because when the 6 goes to the other side, it will become divided by 6, and 0 divided by 6 is just 0. So we've got x squared minus 5x plus 4 is less than or equal to 0. Now here is the important part. A lot of guys that get up to here, you still treat it like a quadratic equation. All right, but there's a couple of extra steps that we need to do. So, but we're still going to treat it like a quadratic equation. So we're going to put it equals to 0 to work out our limits. Then I can factorize this as x minus 4 and x minus 1 equals to 0. So my two solutions are x equals to 4 and x equals to 1. Now if you get up to here, you will get a merit for it. All right, but this question is going to be an excellence question, and to do that last part for excellence, what you have to do is kind of work out that zone. And I think I did this in my quadratic tutorials, so have a look at it. Still doable. So this is a positive quadratic, so it's going to look like this, and it has two limits, which is the 1 and 4. And because we're looking for less than 0, it's this part of the parabola, and we're just going to write it up as 1 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 4. Now, I did see some people write the answer like this. That's also fine in this case, as long as the limits are actually working out. So that will end up with, you'll end up with an excellence grade for that final bit. Yes, Rani, you do have to have the equal sign, because in this one, in the original question, it actually has equals in it. So you have to have equals in it as well. So one guy in comments, you know how you put 1 less than x and less than 4? It has to have the equal sign. Bambi, it can't be or. Or is when the two parts are separated, then you put it, yeah, you kind of, then you put it separately. But in this case, you only have one highlighted bit, so it has to be like one line. How to solve inequalities like this one? When you have a quadratic inequality, remember that your final answer is going to look, it's going to look something like this, or it could look something like this part here. So you're going to have like 2 zones or 1 zone. And so when you actually finish the question, remember that you will have an inequality with your answers, and it can't just be equals, because if you put just equals, then the maximum you're going to get is a merit and nothing more than that. I've got a few more questions to do first, guys, so just bear with me. What's this one? Yeah, I think I just did a question very similar like this, so I'm gonna leave this one out. I just did a similar one. Okay, that was that one. All right, next merit question we're going to be looking at is this one here. But what I might just do is I might try and see if there is a any more questions for that one. And this particular one, I'm going to give you guys a little little clue of how to do this one. But I'll just leave that other question. I'll come back to it. Can't even keep up with these comments, man. There you go, McWaffles, on the money there. If you know how to factorize a quadratic, simplify, automatic achieved. Frederick, if we have time, I'll work on it. Otherwise, you might have to go back to my previous tutorials to catch up with that. Okay, what I might just do is just going to increase that time, guys, because 30 seconds is too short. Let's go 90 seconds. That way it's not getting spammed. All right. I couldn't actually pick up any questions from the previous one, so we're going to kind of get on with this question. So what we've got here is when you guys get this question, right? And I've seen people do this so many times, especially if you're trying to get achieved. This is a great question to have in your bank, almost, as I call it, because factorizing the bottom line could actually get you an achieved sometimes. So the bottom line is quite simple, right? Because it's x squared minus 4. We put that as x minus 2 and x plus 2. So the next part is actually working out the top line there. So with the top line, we've got 3x squared plus 2x minus 8. Now, I'm going to be honest, guys. Like, look, you can guess and check here. As I was saying yesterday in the tutorial, you could have actually done 3x and x. That's the first thing. And then minus 8 is basically looking at like either -1 and +8, or 8 and -1. And so you kind of got a lot of combinations that you need to work on. But here is one of the clues. One of this brackets has to be +2 or -2, because that's how you know you're always going to cancel one of those brackets. So we know that these two numbers, the numbers here, has to be either 4 and 2. All right, so it's got to be one of those two numbers. So you can actually just guess and check and then try and work it out. Otherwise, if you know the quadratic formula, you could actually use the quadratic formula. If you don't know that, then you could kind of use the method that I tend to use, which is a bit of a long method, but it still does work. So I've got 3 times -8, which is -24. So I've got two numbers multiplying to -24 and also adding to +2. So I can kind of see that the numbers I'm working with is 6 and -4, 6 and -4. So I've got 3x squared plus 6x minus 4x minus 8, and then split it up in parts. So I've got 3x, x plus 2, -4, x plus 2. And because x plus 2 is a common factor, I can take it out. I'm going to get x plus 2 times 3x minus 4. Now the 3x comes from here, -4 from there. So what I've got here is 3x minus 4, x plus 2. Basically, those two things cancel out, and I'm left with 3x minus 4 over x minus 2. Now this question, guys, believe it or not, it is a merit question. My God, Carlos, man, I'm just speechless, Carlos. I am speechless. Thank you. But yeah, so basically that ends up with a merit there. If you do any one of these two lines correct, so it's a or, so either you factorize the top line, you get an achieved, or the bottom line, you get an achieved as well. Ben, I've simply doing difference of two squares. So you might have seen it, like, you know, when you have like something like x squared minus 9, this could be written as x minus 3 and x plus 3. Quotes corner? No, it's basically like, your teachers actually choose which day you're going to do your exam in. So you can actually do it on day 1 or day 2. So there's two options. You don't do both. You actually do just one of them. 2K of FIFA. Jeez, Kimchi, man, what is up with you guys? I don't know, Kimchi. I really don't know what you do. All right, next question that I popped up here. Did this one. Disappearing message. That does not help. Hang on. We got a shape question. Great. Oh, why do these questions come in cycles like this? Okay, I can't even read that. Okay, now that just hurts my ears. Yeah, guys, if you are sending those questions, if you could maybe make it into landscape, that would help a lot. Yeah, no, I thought about it, Aiden. I think Sniper was supposed to be one of my mods, but just got carried away. Cause all right, let's have a look at this question. This is a good question. This one. Let's do this one. Let me just see if I can try and grab it. Is that from last year? That question that you just sent me? Because I've already done it. That's who sent me that question? Yeah, that question, I've already done it last year's exam paper. Because I'm just looking at that exam paper. That's from 2021, that question. So have a look at the 2021 video, because it's like, yeah, it's already an answer that's already there for it. Okay, let's have a look at this one then. How do we do this? It's closed it. Okay, let's open it up. All right, you're gonna get distracted by my dog very shortly. Apologize for that. Good old Watson, eh? Okay, hang on, where did it go? No, not that one. This. Copy image. Let's try this. All right, let's go with this one here. Right, not sure if you guys can actually read that, but that is pretty much what we have as a question there. We've got a small semicircle, then a larger one for the material. The radius is r, outside is 3r. Width of the material is 3r, length of the material is length of the material is double the width. Show that the area of the material skirt is made by cutting out a small semicircle, then a large semicircle, larger one from the material. Okay. The width of the material is 3r. That means that's going to be 2r. Show that the area of the material that we left over after making the skirt. I'm trying to understand what this question is actually asking, but like the way I would do it is like, let's just play around with this. All right, so we've got 2r there, which is from there to there, and then from there to there is 2r. So if we were to do this, we're trying to find the material itself. So we're trying to figure out the pattern. So if we look at it, first up, we've got 3r, and then this distance here. Oh no, well, let's not worry about that. So we're gonna do the half, like I'm gonna do it like this. So I'm gonna take the big semicircle minus the little semicircle. So for the big semicircle, that's 3r. So it's gonna be half times pi times 3r squared, minus the little one is going to be half pi r squared. Does that make sense? So then we're going to have 1 over 2 pi. This will become 9r squared, because 3r squared is that, minus a half pi r squared. So what do we got? So we can take, how do I put this? Let's take out r squared. If we take out r squared, no, that's not it. I'm missing something here. Show that the area that'll be left over after making the skirt. Oh, after making the skirt. Ah, okay. So that means I'm actually doing the wrong thing here. Let's come back. Let's come back to this. So my assumption right now is if the area of the male left over after making the skirt. So I'm actually looking for this. Oh, wrong color. I'm actually looking for this part. So I was right originally. So that's going to be 6r, which is going to be from here to here. So that's the big rectangle minus the semicircle, and then I've got to add the little circle as well because I've subtracted it. So it's going to look a bit ugly, but it should still kind of make sense as we kind of work through it. So we've got 6r times 3r minus well, we're going to actually do the big circle. So minus big circle, half circle will be half pi 3r squared plus half pi r squared. So we've got 18r squared minus a half pi 9r squared plus half pi r squared. So 9 over 2, that's going to make us negative 8 over 2 pi r squared. It's 18r squared. And then I can see that 18r squared minus 4 pi r squared. There we go. It's starting to make sense. We'll take 2r squared out, which is going to give us 9 minus 2 pi. Sorry guys, I kind of went through with that fairly quickly, but basically what I did was, like, I took the big rectangle, I subtracted the big semicircle, but then I've got to add the little semicircle there as well. Because when I do the big, when I did the rectangle minus the big semicircle, what I was getting was a shape that's going to look like this. But remember, I've got to add the little semicircle to it. So I think it's kind of like, that's what I did there. So when I subtract the big semicircle, that's gonna happen. But then if you look at it, like, that's only giving me the bottom part of it. So I need to add the extra little thing there, which is the green part there. So that's done. Jeez. Okay, let's have a look at this one. Can you do this question? I don't have a question there. I just have... Which question did you want me to do? Can you do this one on the stream? Yep. That's a good one. That's an exponential one, so I might as well do that one. Weedy, I think we're doing your question here, which is 4x squared times 2 to the power of 3x minus 32 equals to 0. Now this is a great question here, guys, because this question here, this question here is actually not a bad question. It's just, you just have to learn how to rearrange it, and I think once you rearrange it, it's actually not too bad. So the clue for you guys with this question is, the first thing that you have to do is you have to get rid of the 32 to the other side. All right, so you actually have to write it like this: 4x squared times 2 to the power of 3x equals positive 32. Once you do that, you can replace everything that's with base 2. So remember, whenever you see these numbers, right, like on the side, just write down 2 to the power of 1 is 2, 2 squared is 4, 2 cubed is 8, 2 to the power of 4 is 16, 2 to the power of 5 is 32. And I think if you remember these numbers, They become very, very handy for you guys later on as you get to the final question. So we're going to do the first one, which is 4. So 4 is actually 2 squared. So I'm going to replace that with 2 squared to the power of x squared times 2 to the power of 3x. I'm not going to do anything to it. I'm going to leave it as it is. And then 32 is actually 2 to the power of 5. So I think if you get up to here, you will probably be getting an achieved. And then after that, we can write this as 2 to the power of 2x squared, because when you have two powers and you multiply both the powers, powers are powers, you multiply them, and then you've got times 2 to the power of 3x equals 2 to the power of 5. So next thing is, because on the left hand side we've actually got 2 as the base, we can write that as 2x squared plus 3x, because remember, we add the powers when we multiply with the same base. And then this is equal to 2 to the power of 5. Last step. Where did I lose you, Jazz? I'll put some line numbers. It's like, this is a good question, right? Like, because there's a lot that's happening in this question, but guess what? Like, there's a lot of opportunities to get achieved in merit in this question as well. Even if you do something wrong, if you carry on your work, you can still get like achieved or merit in that case. Thanks, Ryan, appreciate it, man, but I don't know what that means, but thank you. Cool. So now that we've got the two bases, why does it become 2 rather than 4 when you multiply them? Why does it become 2? I'm assuming you're talking about the powers there. Crystal, I think you're talking about the powers there, because it's 2 to the power of 2. So the 2 and x squared is getting multiplied by each other to get that. Now the 2 to the power of 5, I know that 2 to the power of 5 is actually 32, because that's taking 2 and then kind of like multiplying it like 5 lots. So because the bases are the same, I can completely ignore the bases, and what I have is 2x squared plus 3x is equal to 5. No, Ben, because remember, when you have the base like this, a to the power of m times n, then you don't actually do anything to the a, you just add the powers. I'm assuming, Jazz, you're talking about line 3. That's actually, the powers are getting multiplied by each other. So therefore it becomes 2 to the power of 2x squared. Cancel base numbers on line 3. So I don't know what you mean by that, but this is the base, right? So 2 is the base. So the base actually stays the same there. Do you need to do two-step factorizing? Lucy, yeah, I'm not sure what that actually means, but I'm guessing it's, as long as you factorize, then I think you should be all right. But we're going to get 2x squared plus 3x minus 5 is equal to 0. So again, we've come to the point where it's, you've got to factorize it, where you're going to get 2 brackets and then kind of work through it. Ryan, I don't know what you're on about, but all right, man. So next thing is I need to work out what my 2 x values are. So I got 2 times negative 5, which is equal to negative 10. So I'm looking for 2 numbers that multiply to negative 10 and add up to positive 3. So my numbers here are going to be positive 5 and negative 2. So what I've got here is 2x squared. I'm going to go plus 5x. Yeah, let's go plus 5x minus 2x minus 5 is equal to 0. So next, I'm going to split it, factorize the left-hand side. So I've got x bracket 2x plus 5 minus 1, 2x plus 5 equals to 0. And then I've got 2x plus 5 and x minus 1 is equal to 0. So once again, the x is from here, minus 1 is from there. And final steps, 2x plus 5 is equal to 0, or x minus 1 equals to 0. So x is equal to positive 1, or 2x is equal to minus 5, and x is equal to minus 5 over 2. So long question, but definitely an excellence question there. And tell you what, it's not a bad excellence question. If you guys get that, at least you should get the achieved part in it by just writing them all on the same base. Right, Vidi, hope that was helpful. All right, next question. What do we got here? Oh man, that tile question, I got to think about it, Shatika. I might need to come back, work on that in the background of my head. Rectangular tiles. If each tile was 1 centimeter longer, the number of tiles required would decrease by 10. Right, find the value of x. So 300 over x plus 1. Why have you been marked that wrong, that question? Let me see. 300 over x plus 1. Give me a second there, folks. Just gonna see if I can have a look through this question. Who's am I looking at? This question here. Come on, copy image, copy image. I'll try, but main recording. Yeah, there we go. The next lot of questions there. Thunderstruck. 3 questions. Appreciate it, Daniel. Massive thanks, man. Rectangular tiles will be placed. So what do we got? 300 centimeters and x. If each tile was longer, the number of tiles required would decrease by 10. I would put that as plus, wouldn't it? Not minus. So I think, who was it that sent me this question? Yeah, to the person, whoever sent me this question, I think your only mistake there was like putting a plus. I think if you put a plus, you'll be all right, because if, no, hang on, 300 divided by x. See, how do I do this kind of question is like, and again, like, look, sometimes when I see word questions, I just pretty much freeze, just like you guys, because I'm like, I don't know what the hell is happening here, right? So what I do is I do a test, I do a trial run to kind of work out what the equation is going to look like. So say, for example, I'm going to do a test here, right? If I say x is equal to I don't know, what's a good number to go with? 4. Let's go with x equals to 4, right? So if I go x equals to 4, then 300 divided by 4, what was that, 25, 75. Okay, and then if what's 1 centimeter longer, then x would be 5. Like, I'm just playing around at the moment. All right, then I would go 300 divided by 5. So 300 divided by 5, I'm gonna get 60 there. Okay, that's interesting. So something is happening here. Oh wow. Braxy, legendary, thank you. I will put that on a nice little saving somewhere. But trying to figure this out. So if we were to go, we're trying to find the difference. So the difference in this case is 15, right? So think about it like this. This is how I'd actually work out this kind of questions. So the difference in this case is 15, because I went 75 take away 60 is 15. Or in other words, whoa, Rexy, was that a mistake? Because do I need to refund you, dude? That's insane, man. So going back to the other question, so what I would have done in this case, originally, I would have gone 300 divided by x minus 300 divided by x plus 1 is equal to 10. So pretty much this is how I actually go about constructing from a word problem into like an equation. So I play around with the numbers first, guess and check, kind of see and understand what the question is actually asking. And then once I understand the question, like numbers wise, then I try and replace it with the letters. So as you guys can see, this was the top, everything on the top line here is actually just trial and error. But it took me like, like a couple of minutes to just have a play around with some numbers. And then after I have a play around with it, then I know, okay, so this is how the question looks like. Then I'm just now going to replace those numbers with variables. So that's what I end up doing. So this is what we have. How do we actually do this? This is a bit of a long question, but you know what? Let's just do it. We're going to see how far we actually go with this question. So the way I do this is I would actually kind of space them out first. Then in the denominator, I've got to cross multiply the denominator, right? So I've got to multiply this by x plus 1 and also the numerator by x plus 1. Here, I need to multiply the denominator by x and the numerator by x. Guys, this is not a competition, but seriously, like, I don't even know, like, man, just spend it on yourself. Don't worry about it here, man. Like, seriously. That's distracting. I should actually switch that off next time. Who was that? That was Euro. Appreciate it, Euro, man. Thank you. This is crazy, but you guys didn't have to. But, like, seriously, you guys are crazy. Like, that's all I can say. Let's keep going with this question, though. Ryan again. So we're going to expand the brackets here. So when we expand the brackets, we're going to get 300 times x, which is 300x. 300 times 1, which is 300. And then we've got take away 300x as well, because 300 times x is 300x. So all of that is divided by x times x plus 1, and all of that is equal to 10. All right, so far so good. You know, I have to actually switch off the chat, but seriously, you guys are just crazy today, man. We're gonna cancel the two. We're gonna cancel the two 300x's, and what we're gonna get is 300 divided by x times x plus 1 equals 10. So then cross multiply. So we're going to take that x and x plus 1 to the other side. So that'll be 10 times x plus 1. But here's the shortcut, right? We want to actually get rid of the 10 to this side here. So we'll bring 10 to the left-hand side, which means it'll become divided by 10. Just going to put it like this so you guys can kind of see what happened. So 300 divided by 10 is equal to x times x plus 1. So we've got 30 equals, expand the bracket, we've got x squared plus x. And then 0 is equal to x squared plus x minus 30. This is a nice quadratic, so nothing major here. So we can just go x plus 6, x minus 5. Therefore, x is equal to negative 6, or x is equal to positive 5. Now, really important, this particular question, remember you can't actually have a negative value for length. So you have to actually say x can't be negative. Therefore, x is equal to positive 5. All right, really, really important that you guys do that final part. Otherwise, you'll miss out on an excellence if you don't write that last statement. And again, this is something that I will have to say to you guys. Whenever you're doing these kind of shape problems and it's a quadratic, one of those answers is a very high chance it's going to be a negative. So you have to write a little statement to say that it can't be negative, and by saying that, it will end up being an excellence. Euro man, geez, dude, you don't need to, man. You know, you guys don't need to make any kind of super chat things at all. Just leave it as it is. Like I kind of left it. I really forgot to switch it off, but like honestly, you don't need to. Just follow the tutorials, pass the exams, use the money for something else. That's fine. So don't stress about it. Like, geez. Yes, Thunderstuck. It is the same standard in New Zealand. I am from New Zealand. I am you. Yeah. So I do teach. I just don't teach MCAT. I don't teach level 1, 2, or 3 anymore. No, Thunderstruck. Work on the practice exams. Right. Biggest donation. One guy in the comments. Brutally honest, I think when I think of donations, I think of like just messages people give. That's much bigger donation than any kind of like monetary. You know, it's like money is money, but like sometimes when you find out that you kind of made a difference with somebody's grades, that's a much nicer feeling to go by. Oh, jeez, where are we at? Oh, dude, Afla, you sent me that investigation question. That's gonna take me a while, dude. So I'm gonna leave that one out as, leave that out. Ah, okay, Jashan, you think you've just, I think I've just answered your question, Jashan. You put it up there. All right, what is this one? All right, let's do this question here. Sorry guys, if you have sent me some questions, I am getting to it slowly. Raxi. All right, next question. You know what? I'm gonna take just a couple of minutes break. We're gonna take like a couple of minutes break. I'm just gonna come back, and I think I've got like another 3 or 4 questions that I need to go. Oh my God, like seriously, Euroleague, man, oh, you guys are like killing me here. This is insane. Like, I feel like I need to buy all of you chocolates. This is just crazy. Okay, so 2-minute break, but what I'll do is I'm gonna put up I just need to put up the next lot of questions that we're gonna do. So this one here, where is it? Who is it? I'm trying to work it out in here. Go back. Get out. Oh, no, I missed it. No, where is it? Suhaila Zain. Okay, so this one on screen. a good area question, so we're going to do this one. But let me figure out how to put this up. All right, so we've got this next question here, guys. But like I said, I'll be back in 2 minutes. Just need a water break. So shall we say back at 8:45? Yeah, I need a 6-minute break. Be back. Need to fill up on my tea. go away for like 2 minutes. What school am I teaching at? Not teaching at a senior college, man. Like, I'm teaching year 8s at the moment. Yeah. Much love, people, much love. Yeah, the year 8s are a funny lot. Like, I sit there trying to work on you know, when I was trying to teach them like area of a circle, and it was quite interesting. They're like, what is pi? And I'm like, well, pi is pi, you know. But in their heads, it's like they want the meaning behind it. Where did that come from? And I'm like, oh yeah, well, this is what it is. Hey, look, sorry guys, just need to take a drinks break because last week I lost my voice and I was in bed, and normally I don't actually stay this long on the night before the exam, but I might do like another few more questions, and then I will call it after that because you guys need some rest, you guys need to go to sleep, and yeah, just yeah, we'll do a few more questions and then we'll call it. All right. Skulls, usually I finish at about 1 hour, and we end up having just a chat for like 20 minutes. Usually we talk for like 20 minutes, just random stuff we talk, and then after that we get back to work. So it's time to get back to work right now. All right, let's have a look at this question. All right, so ABD in the triangle above the rectangle in the diagram ABD has an area of 168. Okay. The length of the rectangle ABDE is 2 centimeters longer than its width. AC is 13 centimeters long. Why would you give us AC? What's the point of giving us AC? Why is is it your twink out that? Ryan, what I meant was that I normally finish streaming at about, like, if I usually start at 8 o'clock, I'd finish off at like 9 o'clock. Yeah, and then I kind of call it after that. ABDE, the length of the rectangle ABDE is 2 centimeters long. I'm trying to figure out, why would you do that? William, I'm in Auckland, man. Really, Sandbox? They do Pythagoras in this question? Yeah, I guess you could kind of do it that way. But then they want F. Alright, let's just play around. Like, let's actually kind of try and figure out what it is that we're trying to do. Okay, so ABDE is 168, so the whole area is 168. All right. We know that length of the rectangle ABDE is longer than its width. So if I call this x, then this is going to be, this whole thing is going to be x plus 2. AC is 13 centimeters long. All right. Line the length of FE. Okay, well, I guess the first thing we've got to do is we've actually got to work out what x is, and then once we figure out what x is, then we can actually try and work out what the rest of the things are. So to figure out what x is, we've got base times height equals 168. And again, if I mess this up, I do apologize. So the base is going to be x plus 2, the height is x. Oh, no wonder. So I've got x squared plus 2x is equal to 168. X squared plus 2x minus 168 is equal to 0. Now, man, I mean, I feel for you guys. Like, look, honestly, to give you guys a number like 168, how do you actually factorize, how do you actually factorize this? So, trying to find two numbers that multiply to 168 with a difference of 2, that's kind of messy, isn't it? Like, let's kind of break it down. We got 2 times 84, 2 times 42, and then 7 times 6. So I think this might work. 14 and 12, there we go. That looks like a combination. So 14 times 12 equals 168. That's a really quick little way to do it, guys. Like to kind of work out, like break it down into like a prime factor tree, and then work from there. So we've got x squared plus, no wait, sorry, not x squared. We've got x plus 14 and x minus 12 is equal to 0. So we got x equals to minus 14 or positive 12. Now, because we've got x is equal to positive 12, that's going to be 12 right there. Now x plus 2 is 14, so this entire length is 14 centimeters. And then finally, some really useful triangles to remember, guys. It's like, they're called the special triangles, right? So if you've done Pythagoras, then 3, 4, 5 is a special triangle, and then you've not special triangle, like just really nice numbers that work out. 13, 12, 5 is another one. So I can straight away just go that the distance from here to here is 5, which means this distance from here to here is going to be 9 centimeter. The 14 times 12 with the tree. So if you guys get like big numbers, right, and you don't have a calculator. So what I did was like I took 168, and the first thing I did was like I went 2 times 84, and then 84 is 2 times 42. 42 is 7 times 6. So then I kind of went, well, I'm looking for a difference of 2, so these two numbers is going to be 14, and these two numbers here is going to be 12. So 14 and 12 make that 2 right there. So that's how I kind of did it, Ben. Hopefully that kind of helped you. Yep. So guys, if people are taking off, good luck tomorrow. Make sure, like I said to you guys, make sure you answer all the questions. I probably will do another couple of more questions and then call it a night there. All right, so next question that was sent to me was this one. Oh, okay, so this one has come back. Cool, we'll actually do this one here. So I'm just gonna see if I can try and screen grab it, and then we'll come back. Really good question, by the way, this one. This is an equilateral triangle question. Let's go back. Let's grab this. And I have seen these questions kind of like pop up here and there. So it is, again, having this in your artillery, like, yep, I know how to do this question. I've seen it before and I can kind of work through it, is really good. So our next question that we're going to be looking at is this one here, where you have an equilateral triangle. The perimeter is 24. And what we're doing is finding the value of x. Now, notice how there's only one of your sides is given here. So that right there is, sorry, I'm just going to go back and answer that question for you, Luca. How did I get 5 and 9? The first thing is looking at this little triangle here. That's something that's, it kind of works out with a right angle triangle. And then because of that, I knew that this length here, I figured out that this was going to be 5. And because I figured out that x was 12, so because x was 12, 12 plus 2 is 14. And then I went 14, take away 5 to get the 9. So, sorry, we're going to go to the next one. Hopefully that that kind of worked. Cobbs, check out the live streams from last couple of years. They're really good, man, like those past exam questions. So anyway, now the whole perimeter is 24. That means each side is going to be 8 centimeters because 24 divided by 3 equals to 8. So if that's the case, then what we've got here is 7x plus 1 over x minus 1 is equal to 8. So then we cross multiply. So we're going to get 7x plus 1 equals 8 multiplied by x minus 1. Next thing we do is expand the brackets. So we've got 7x plus 1 equals 8x minus 8. And then we just got to rearrange everything. Now look, here's a little tip for you guys, right? Like, I mean, you don't have to work with negative numbers, but if you want to, you can. What's happening? XSplit. No, you're fine. So, but I'm going to leave it here anyway. So we're going to do this. 7x, and we're going to bring the 8x across, which is going to become minus 8x equals negative 8. And positive 1, when it goes to the other side, is going to become minus 1. So then what we have here is negative 1x is equal to negative 9. X is equal to negative 9 divided by negative 1. So then we can say x is equal to positive 9. All right, so it's not a complicated question, but it's just you have to get that initial part correct. And I think once you get that initial part correct, you'll be all right. Hey, Kimchi, have a good one, man. All the best for tomorrow. Yeah, I think all of the guys that are taking off now, good luck for tomorrow. Like I said to you, I've got another 2 more questions and I'm going to call it. Is this a merit? I would actually say, I would call it a merit actually. I would actually call it a merit, but you know, it depends. Sometimes your teachers could actually call it, they might call it achieved as well. All right, where's the word questions, man? There's this word. Let's have a look at this. Hang on. 2017. Oh no, I think I might have missed this question, unfortunately. Hopefully this person actually checked the 2017 exam to see this question. Really, Kevin? You put that question, Kevin? All right, let's just get that out of the way. I mean, it's a simultaneous question, but it's just like a skill question. Like, I can just do it real quickly to kind of get things out of the way. So 8x plus 3y, 5x plus 4y equals minus 4 and positive 6. No worries, Sarah. Good luck for tomorrow. Ryan, I still haven't answered your question on the comments. I saw it on the comments on somewhere. I don't know where it was, but usually after the tutorial I'll spend some time answering the comments. Cutting it close, William, cutting it close. Never ever bring Fano into this, mate. Never bring whānau into this. What's duos? Is that a game? All right, real quickly, we're going to kind of fly through this one, all right? I'm going to get rid of, what shall I get rid of? I shall get rid of y. Yeah, let's get rid of y. Okay, if I'm going to get rid of y, between 3 and 4, 3y and 4y, I want to make them the same. So I want to make them both as 12y. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply this entire thing by 4 and this entire thing by 3. So I've got 32x plus 12y equals negative 16. And then 15x plus 12y equals 18. So I'm going to subtract everything. So 32 minus 15, 12 minus 12 will be 0, and negative 16 minus 18. So when I do this, 32 take away 15x is 17x, 12y and 12y is 0, negative 16 minus 18 is minus 34. So x is equal to minus 34 divided by 17, and x is equal to 2. So if x equals to 2, I've got 8 times 2 plus 3y equals negative 4. So 16 plus 3y equals negative 4. 3y equals negative 4. Have I made a mistake here somewhere? I can't tell. What'd you guys get for this? 4. Where have I made a mistake? I can't believe. Oh, negative 2. There we go. That's what I thought. That's negative 16. That's much better. So we're going to get plus 16. And then we're going to get 3y is equal to 12. And then y is equal to 12 over 3, which gives y is equal to 4. Yeah, thank you. I've missed that negative 2 there. Why did I choose that with y over x? You can do it either way, Ollie. It doesn't matter which one you actually got rid of. It works either way. Quotes, no, unfortunately I don't. But good luck for tomorrow, guys. Like as you're leaving today, like I said to you, don't leave any questions empty. Try and answer as many of the questions as possible. All right. Afsara, what I might do is I might just have to look at that question a bit later. And same with you, Lohita, like those questions that you've sent me, like that question with the class trip to Wellington is very similar to the Sione's question that we did before. So it's kind of like the same idea behind it. So draw a little diagram and kind of work through that and see if you can actually get that. All right. Okay, I'm not sure who this kid is. I was wondering if you do tutoring. I am doing tutoring right now, miss. Right, that's sorted. Last one. 9 o'clock. Nah, I should really call it, man. Should call it. Could. Yeah, actually, guys, I am gonna call it here because I think I might actually need to get some rest in for myself because I got a big day at school tomorrow. Nothing to do with the MCAT like you guys. You guys have got a much bigger day. Oh, happy for that, Lohita. So, good luck for your exam tomorrow, yeah? Just trying to keep on. When are you doing tables? All right. Let's see. We're going to go into question mode. All right, I'm going to hang around for like 5 minutes of just random questions. And then as I pack up my stuff. Where are we at? Physics tutorials? No, that's not done. I missed a couple of other questions. When am I doing? What school did you go to? Oh, no. Too much. Ryan Pappenhausen's talking to somebody else. Joshua, we will do tables, equations, and graphs when after MCAT is over and after our probably at the start of term 4, I'll put out like a much bigger schedule. This week I was a bit unsure, just because I was recovering from sickness. Blaze Rocker, it's still not too late. Have a look at the past tutorials that I've set up at the top of the chat. It's pinned. Have a look at it and then work through those. You'll be fine. Who disliked the stream? I don't care, William. Jaden, I haven't actually built one, man, so funny story. PSV, funny story. It was actually a place I applied for a job in 2006. Didn't get it, unfortunately. No worries, guys. I know I've missed a lot of your comments there, but I still don't know what the Luca, I don't know what the W actually stands for, but Warren, probably not, because I think you guys have got enough at the moment in terms of stuff to watch. You're welcome, Milo Clay. I'll catch up for the other externals when we start doing the externals, so that should be fine. Good luck tomorrow, Carol. You'll be fine. It's crazy to keep up with the comments, right? By the time I read like 2 comments, it's like 30 pop up. Christian Riley, it's his birthday. Okay, happy birthday, Christian Riley. Don't worry, ugly duckling. I suck for my kids as well. I think it's a natural thing for a maths teacher to suck in their class. Good night, Dunstan. Have a good one. William, nah, it's fine, man. Just doing it slow. It's all good. Good luck for tomorrow, eh? Oh, W is for win. Okay. No worries, Manita. Have a good one. Good luck for tomorrow. Oh, wow, I missed like so many comments. Yeah, a lot of guys only find this on the night tonight, so so I just feel for them because I wish they had kind of found it a bit earlier. Yeah, the Wednesday tutorial, like, geez, I'm just getting like comments. No, Krish, I didn't actually get excellence, all excellence, because we didn't actually have excellence in when we did our exams. Oh, you didn't have to, Christian. That's appreciated, man. It's your birthday. I should be shouting you something. Yeah, I know some people have actually got it on Thursday, so cheer, my bro, Mellow Yellow. So guys, we'll be back for tables, equations, and graphs and geometric reasoning later on. So I would say, yeah, so I would say just keep an eye on the channel, share it with your other people. I know like a lot of guys don't actually know I exist. What's up, dog? Oh, you want to go to bed? Okay, all right. That is my, yeah, he's Damon Pratap. Happy birthday. Ryan, I'm expecting an excellence from you, man. Like you kind of asked some good questions. Emily, thank you so much, but I think that would have been after you do it rather than before. But it's kind of embarrassing today, like with the amount of contributions from you guys. Like seriously, just go and kick butt in that exam, eh? See, I'm supposed to be doing a level 2 one tomorrow, but if I do a level 2 one, I'm sure most of the level 1 guys will crash the stream tomorrow and just hijack the stream from the level 2s. I get a feeling. Yeah, thank you, Suhaila. But I think, like I said, my bet that I made with my friend about 9 years ago that I'm gonna reach 100K, and he's like, yeah, whatever, man, you'll never reach 100K. Viti, I'm actually surprised. I was only surprised to see only 300 because like the biggest number I had was 800 once, which was crazy. Blaze Rocker, yes. Generally, they tend to be a little bit challenging, so they try to give you guys a bit of a fright. No, William, I'm not doing another MCAT revision next week. Duckzilla, you'll be fine. Just keep revising, all right? How do you, like, look, I know you guys keep talking about this outro, but I've never actually even made it, man. Like, the intro took me like 6 hours to make. Right, Caleb, that's a very interesting comment there. The dog is sleeping, but let me see if he is up for it. What's it? Hey, should I come? No, Watson is a no-go for us. Nlog, that's a different question for your school, man, because every school has a different kind of what do you call it, requirements. So yeah. See you guys later, right? Quotes, no, I actually speak Tamil, man, so different language. I'll be keeping an eye on chats tomorrow, guys, like on Instagram, just to see how your guys' exam paper is. Like, I always try and get to the paper, but sadly, because I don't do it. Oh, Euro Lee, you had to kill it, hey. Jeez, buddy. Serious? No way, man. Westlake boys. Seriously? Oh, thank you, guys. Appreciate it. That's a bit dark easy, but Westlake boys. I'm gonna let Mrs. O'Graham know. She's in Westlake boys, right? I'm gonna ask her, like, man, do you know this kid Euro Lee and the Westlake boys? No worries, Charlie. Have a good one, eh? Sukhneet, nah, the MCAT is not. Like, I mean, people just hype it up. I think they've kind of kept it quite simple, in a sense. Not simple, but like not too crazy. Have a good night, guys. I'm glad, George. Toko, you got about 6 questions. You need to get about 3 excellence questions correct, and then you are pretty much good to go. SMC, I don't know where that is, Joshua. You gotta actually type that out. Yes, Ben, not very far from there. Nishal, it's the same kind of question that I've been asking for a very long time. But when it comes to like level 3, you kind of need those grades, because they give you something called a rank score and so on. So no worries, William. Have a good one, eh? Good luck tomorrow. No, I don't hate you, William. It's the other William that was bugging me. Oh, Sancta Maria. Jeez, that's just down the road from where I work. Oh yeah, shucks, I nearly forgot to tell. I do need to run I'll be running a stream for a giveaway later sometime, maybe at the end of this week or next week. I've got a couple of t-shirts. I was going to do masks, but now that they've kind of said that masks is not mandatory, so I'm not going to do that. But we will do a couple of giveaways with some t-shirts, some special edition t-shirts called I am one of infinity plus one. So keep an eye out on the chat, and I mean keep an eye on Instagram and on whatever this on YouTube. I'll put up plenty of no, we're not doing a Kahoot, man. That was crazy. But we'll do something like I don't know. I think I've seen it on these other ones where they kind of register for it, and then we just pick like a random person. Something like that. We'll do something like that. Yeah, I am looking forward to like I've been wanting to do this shirt for such a long time. William, you do this every session, but like, look, I do have to ask this question. Bambi is still here. Has Bambi figured out who the one guy in comments is, and has the one guy in comments figured out who Bambi is? Because I have to say that's the biggest drama we've had in this stream for the last how do you call it? For the last few weeks on the MCAT stream. Hasya, I don't know what that means, but thank you so much. Appreciate it. Nah, Micah, there's not MCAT. It's just like one off. Jacob, if I can be honest with you, you've still got time for that. Just focus on the MCAT right now. And what happens is like we'll come back and we'll actually do some more work on it. Yes, Aaron, so is half the population of year 11 kids. Plague, timing. That's a really good question. I would actually say just do all the questions that you know first, all right? Like you read the question and you kind of just go, cool, what are the questions I know how to do real quickly? The word questions, read them. Don't attempt them straight away because they always take time for you to kind of process in the back of your head. So make sure you kind of do the all the questions, like the skills questions, really fast. Get it out of the way, and then come back to the word questions, right? Christian, not really, man. Like I just do this because I enjoy it. Like I actually like doing it. Like I kind of miss teaching like this stuff, but the good thing is like I'm not stressed out like your teachers are. Like your teachers right now, they're stressed out. Like had a chat with a few of your teachers and they were like, man, these guys, they don't learn. They're like, they just watch TikTok more than anything else. You're welcome, PSV, but you know, so I don't want to go through that stress. Here it's nice because I can just do the questions and then I can kind of go away tomorrow. I don't have to worry about any marking or anything like that. Mars, how do you calm yourself before the test? This test is not the be all or end all for you, Mars. So like seriously, like nobody, when you get to university, no one cares about what you did for the MCAT. Or if you, let's say you don't even go to university, you go get a job, no one cares what your MCAT grade is. So don't think this is the biggest test you're going to do. Don't think like that. The biggest test is like when you become a parent, because geez, man, I'll tell you that stuff is hard. But the MCAT is like you guys will be all right. But what does help though, Mars, is like make sure you have a good night's sleep tonight, get a good breakfast, and seriously, I know I don't usually do, like I started doing this, but it's like just a couple of deep breaths before you go in. It's like everything's gonna be okay. You've done your practice, you've done your preparation, so you will be fine. Shinu, vanakampa, எப்படி போகுது? எந்த ஊரு Shinu? There you go, Tamil for the day. Maz, no, that name, like usually I know people by their first name, so it's a bit hard sometimes. I don't remember their last, like unless I've known, because usually when with our teacher circle we know them by their first name, so it's a bit trickier. Plague Dark 77. What I would recommend you is sleep, have a good breakfast. I'm also going to say this to you guys, like sometimes it actually helps to play, like, you know, if you guys play handball in the morning, anything like that, like physical exercise before an exam tends to relax your body a bit more. So I found that like I did my calculus final year exam and I played like an hour of football before the exam. What happened was, like, because I wasn't nervous, I went in, I was a little bit tired, but I was more thirsty, so I drank a lot of water and just got on with the exam, and went away with one of my highest marks. But yeah, so it's just keep that in mind, like, you know, your body reacts differently. I mean, I don't know what the best breakfast recommendation, jeez, like, what, next thing you know, you guys are gonna ask me like what's my food intake in the morning. Taxila, Tamil is from India. No worries, Isabella, you're welcome. Good luck for tomorrow. Good to hear, Micah, good to hear. Mello, watch those past tutorials and past exams. You're pretty much good to go after that. Yeah, Maz, unfortunately parents always see it a different way. Hey, Hamar Zia, if you do see him, say hello to him from me, because I used to work with him back a long time ago. So do say hello to him from me tomorrow, eh? Yeah, you should be all good, VT. Best yoga routine, I don't know. Warren Buffett, food intake is no, man, I make my own cereal, so there we go. Have a look at Lana Ritchie's comments, guys. Just a few. I'm gonna read it out. When I'm a year 12 and was so stressed for this when I had this test last year, but looking back, the stress was pointless. To be honest, the marking schedule. No, it went away. Damn it, where did it go? It said the marking schedule is actually a lot less harsh than you think. There you go. All right. So we've got people that have done the MCAT, and that have actually kind of still there. All right. So you'll be fine. William, I don't know, man. Usually it's like frantically getting up in the morning to try and get my kid ready to go. Shinu, no, I'm from Tamil Nadu. My wife's from Sri Lanka. Sorry, Mello. There's just so many kind of comments that's coming there, so it's just crazy, eh? Balbreed, yes, I do know that teacher, so yes, Red Fox, I should end this so people can actually go back to watch this. All right. Hey, look, I think I've spent way more time than I should have. Look, tomorrow, have a good luck for your exams tomorrow, guys. I will post out a little message, I don't know, something to kind of wish you luck in the morning on Instagram as usual. To the guys that actually did these massive shout outs today, like the guys that just kind of came in and just put super chat. I just can't believe that you guys are just absolutely crazy for doing that. But seriously, it does, you know, like some people say, what's the point? I just say, well, you know, I just do what I can. But thank you so much for all of your help. Thank you for your support. Like, I think this time, I don't know, 5 years ago when I started doing this, I thought it was a crazy idea, but I'm glad it's kind of helping you guys out. Get some sleep tonight. In the morning when you wake up, have some breakfast, you know, watch don't, like, I think my advice is, like, don't go right into the end of exam to actually like, don't try to learn things at the last moment, because that's really not going to help you guys. But apart from that, I'm done here. I will catch up on level 2 tomorrow, so I might see some of you guys there. Are you putting the 30 now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm nearly done. Marquise vowels. No, not. Yeah, so all I can say is like, yeah, good luck for tomorrow, and I think we might have a special guest coming to say hello to you guys before we call it the night. Is he gonna come? Let's just have a look. Hey, come here. What's it? What? Touch. Come. Jeez. Hang on. You alright? There he is. You okay? This is what's it. Yeah. Wait, look up. Where are you at? You're not gonna look at the camera, are you? No? What if I do this? There. You gonna look up? There you go, good lad. Are you angry? Oi, are you angry? Are you angry? Are you angry? What? Ah. Get your food going. Good boy. There you go. There you go. That is Watson. Yeah, he's Watson, and you guys gonna hear him quite a bit of time as the time goes by. You'll hear him back all the time in our streams and during the exams. Right, guys. Good night. See you later. Good luck tomorrow, and yeah. So all the best. I need some sleep. We're the same dog. Schnauzer Club. Nice. Outro music. I don't know, Euro. I don't even know how to do it on my XSplit at the moment. I will maybe do that as a part of my end of year work. All right. Good night, guys. And then I know the MCAT Wednesday night. Oh man, I'll see. All right. Look, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. But otherwise, have a good one, guys. Good night. And I am going to end right now. See you later. Okay.